Hello, friends. This is your brother CJ. I'm excited to be joining you here.
I want to talk to you about choosing your niche market. More specifically, how to select your niche market like Jesus. See, Jesus understood how to niche market really, really well. But first, let's define your niche market, right? I hear many coaches say that they help anybody. And a person who says that they help everybody who's seeking coaching will most likely starve, because people who are seeking coaching usually don't even know that they're a candidate for what you sell until you address them directly in a very specific and very tangible way that makes them raise their hand and say, yes, this person that you're describing is me. They can tell when you describe who they are that they are the person that you're talking to. Only when someone self-identifies as your customer do you now know that you have successfully reached out to a niche market. You literally have to take time to think and decide, this is who I am, this is what I do, this is who I serve. And anyone who ain't these people, it's a simple no. And Jesus was very effective in his business model because he understood his market. But you don't have to take my word for it. Let's go to the Bible. And there it says in Luke 4, verse 18, the Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because he has anointed me to preach the good news to the poor. He has sent me to proclaim release to the captives and recovery of sight to the blind, and to free the oppressed. He clearly identified 3 pain points for his clientele. Let's see. First, who I am, okay? The Spirit of the Lord is upon me, right? In other words, I am appointed by God to do this work for the following people. Number 1, what do I do, right? Preach the good news. That's what I do, right? Number 2, whom do I serve? I serve the poor, the blind, the brokenhearted, and the captive. So that's Jesus identifying his niche market. So in other words, if you weren't poor, if you weren't blind, if you weren't brokenhearted, if you were not captive, Jesus was not looking for you. All right? So watch this. When the rich young ruler came to Jesus and tried to join him, he couldn't agree to the terms because he was not in the niche market. He was not poor. He was not blind because he knows all the laws, right? Neither was he brokenhearted. He lived an admirable life. He was not captive to anyone, as far as we know. But when these other 3 guys heard that Jesus was doing business in the city, they came and they broke in through the roof because they couldn't get in through the door because it was too crowded. Now, they had a friend of theirs. They lowered their friend down to Jesus so that he could help their friend. That wasn't the only guy. One day, Jesus was passing by and the blind man began to shout, Jesus, Son of David, have mercy on me. Now, he was being general, because everyone needs mercy. But observe Jesus for a second. He knew his messaging and how to identify his client. So he said, what do you want me to do for you? How can I help you? So in other words, help me to help you. The guy said to Jesus, I want to see. Remember, one of Jesus's main missions was to open up the eyes of the blind. He granted that wish. That was his market. And so for those of you who struggle with calling Jesus's work his market, it was Jesus himself who said, I must be about my Father's business. And every business has a market, okay? So let's just put that to rest right there, right? But on a more serious note, when it comes to you as a coach, here's how this impacts you. What do you want to be known for? Who do you want to help? Call them out and be specific about who they are. Are they above 40? Are they 40 and above? Are they men going through a particular issue? Are they women going through menopause? The more specific you get, the more you will have people saying, this is who can help me, and they will gladly pay you for it. Jesus was so effective in identifying his niche market. All he needed was 3 years of ministry to change world history. Perhaps you trying to help everyone has limited your impact and footprint in the world. Try to go narrower. Sometimes the thing that limits our thinking is that we allow our thinking to be limited. Think about this today, and let me know in the comments if this helps. It's your brother CJ. Subscribe and comment below, and I'll see you again tomorrow.